It's been 2 weeks now, and we are here. I'm here together with all these families, hundreds of them. There's over...
Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16, and it reads, "And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if it be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death." Call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahushai, Ruha Rukakudash. Double honors to mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep, the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness, sincerity. Again, I'm going to say shalom. I'm going to share some notifications, a few precepts. I won't keep y'all. And I'll give some quick clips of what's been going on over the week as this war rages on. Okay. The Spirit of the Lord is poured upon this earth, and we're seeing heavy judgments. And these judgments, Salakia, they will increase. Yo, check this out. This is the big one. I want to share this notification. I won't read it. Trying to manage my memory, so I can't make long videos like I want. So I'm trying to make this try to manage what memory I have until I, get this my memory for my videos back in the right order. At least buy new software, right? Check this out. This was earlier today, well, yesterday. It's like 12:10 Eastern time AM, but this was around 9 AM Sunday. Yo, check this out. End Time Headlines reports. It says Israel vowed to cut off the head of the snake and launch a military attack against Iran if Hezbollah joins the war with Hamas. Read again. It says Israel vows to cut off the head of the snake and launch a military attack against Iran. Okay. If Hezbollah joins the war with Hamas. Okay. Then you had a following notification that reads, the Pentagon has activated the deployment of defense systems throughout the Middle East. I'm going to read that again. It says the Pentagon has activated the deployment of defense systems throughout the Middle East. So this war is only going to increase. Let's see if there's any more. Bring out some precepts, and I'm gonna end it. This article reads, this notification, it reads from End Time Headlines. It says 6 terrifying steps that could see Gaza crisis spiral into World War III. But see, that's not a clear narrative. You know what the reality is? We're in World War III. Okay? The proxies with World War III technically began, we can go as far as 9/11, but it really began to kick off in Ukraine. Not, with this recent 2-year thing that's going on. It started in 2013. Around that time, that's when things started to heat up. You still have this China versus Taiwan takeover that's never happened, but that one's still building. You get mass reports of North Korea threatening war with the West with its missiles. Okay. Remember, you had the Afghan takeover. They reclaimed basically their portion after all that fighting, after your post Operation Enduring Freedom. And now you have the worst case scenario in the Middle East. So World War III is here. Let's get some precepts. I'm gonna wind it down. And if it be the Lord, I'll share those clips. Okay. Check this out. End time headline reports. This is from Saturday. China has just deployed 6 warships to the Middle East over fears Israel crisis could spark World War III. Again, we're in World War III. Read that again. China has just deployed 6 warships to the Middle East over fears Israel crisis could spark World War III. It's here. Let me get this precept, okay? Give me one moment. Let me try to pull this up. Israel, in the knowledge of this truth, it'll be a good idea to keep the commandments, teach this truth, give exhortation. You got all the camp families worldwide on the corners teaching this gospel before this judgment day play out. Because I don't see what's left for America, except it's going to be judged. I've said this once and I'm going to say it again. It don't look good. I'm very fearful the judgment is imminent. 2 things can happen. Little America could be destroyed first, or big America gonna get hit with these missiles going into that 7th trumpet. Because you got all the nations headed in that one direction. Okay, the valley of decision. It looks that way. I don't see it changing no time soon. And that means the elect's going to be delivered and the wicked going to be destroyed. Okay? Check this out. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20. It reads, one of the elders brought this out, but I thought I would bring this back out. It says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Edom, dealing with these wicked elites, okay, and his purpose that he had proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, and surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. We're seeing that now, okay? When you go into Genesis, I believe 34, 35, 36, when you go into the Dukes of Edom, it tell you all the families of the Edomites. But the least of the flock is the small hatters, okay? America's coming to their aid. The Brits going to come to their aid. Canada's going to come to their aid. But they're all surrounded by the brick nations. And this massive World War III, Armageddon, whatever you want to call it, this conflict is imminent. And that means the judgment day, the deliverance day, it's on the way. Okay? I'm going to read that again. Actually, we're going to read Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. It basically says verbatim when I read. It says, therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he taken against Babylon. Okay, and it show you the precepts. Edom is a link with Babylon. Okay, read it from the top. It says, therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he had taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he had proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Okay, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Okay, so there was these 2 precepts, Jeremiah 49 and 20 and Jeremiah 50 and 45. They're synonymous. Okay, because when you look at what's going on, you see it for yourself. It look bad, and it's only going to get worse. And the clock is ticking on Babylon the Great. Let me get a classic. Let me just get a classic real quick. Genesis 4:9-1. Because we need to gather. Israelites got to gather the best they can and try to get past little differences, because this timeline is just thinning out, family. That's plain. Okay. Genesis 4:9-1, it reads, "And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that what shall befall you in the last days." And we're emphatically living the last days in captivity. Okay. "Gather yourselves together, and hear ye, sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father." This is dealing with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, I'm going to read that again. "Gather yourselves together, and hear ye, sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father." And this is chiefly, going into keeping the commandments. One more. This for all these anti-groups that teach you don't have to keep the commandments to get salvation. We're going to end it here. Revelations 22:14, and it reads, "Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city." This is basically going to the kingdom of heaven. Okay, read again. "Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city." And with that, we give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Power of Israel, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the mighty men, the elders, and the apostles in the community, waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel in these last days. Peace and blessings to everyone doing this truth and humbleness, sincerity. Israel, I love y'all. We got next. Shalom.
Deadly explosion at a Gaza hospital this week. And after 2 days and 2 ballots, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan still doesn't have the votes to become Speaker of the House. Good morning. I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. President Biden is set to make a national address tonight from the Oval Office. He's expected to propose a significant aid package to support Israel and its war against Hamas, and further aid to Ukraine as it fights Russia's invasion. This comes as the president is also pledging $100 million in humanitarian aid to Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank. The president and the U.S. intelligence community do not believe at this point Israel was responsible for a deadly explosion at a Gaza hospital this week. The blast killed hundreds of people. But as NPR's Greg Myrie reports, there's still a great deal of uncertainty surrounding the blast, and Israelis and Palestinians continue to blame each other.
There are photos, videos, and eyewitness accounts of the huge explosion at the Al Ahli Arab Hospital, but there's not yet clarity on who's responsible. The blast dug a relatively small hole in the hospital's parking lot, and the hospital did not suffer structural damage. That suggests a smaller weapon was used. Israel says it was a rocket from a Palestinian faction that was directed at Israel but misfired. Palestinians insist the blast was part of Israel's ongoing bombing campaign. President Biden says he believes the Israeli version, though U.S. officials say they're still gathering additional information.